समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. So we start today on verse 63, and it says, Iti te jnanamakyatam guhyad guhyataram maya vimrishye tad sheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. Thus the wisdom, which is a greater secret than all secrets, has been declared to you by me. Having reflected upon it fully, you now act as you choose. See, this is the glory of this great scripture, that it does not force you. You just cannot force anybody to do anything, actually. And see, just as an example I'm giving you, you cannot force a teenager to do something. He thinks he is grown up. He thinks that he's got a mind of his own, and he knows all logic, and he knows everything. That is the newfound confidence that he gains. And so are we with respect to this knowledge. Because we can master objective sciences, it does not mean that we can master this great science, this super knowledge of reality. It is too subtle. It is very, very subtle. In fact, even the great Vedas keep on, they try to give pointers to the truth, but they go on saying that this is not it, this is not it. Neti, 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 they go on saying that ye bhi nahi hai, ye bhi nahi hai, ye bhi nahi hai. So what is it? You see, so they only point, and Gurudev used to always say, the pointer is not the pointed. So since you cannot describe the pointed, there are only pointers. And pointers, like you say, you see that crow sitting on that tall tree, now look 4 o'clock of that crow. Okay, so all the tree, the crow, and 4 o'clock are all three pointers. You are showing something which you cannot describe where it is, right? So here also, since this knowledge is so subtle, then you have to be ready to receive it also. And you can only tell the people to have the good sense to ruminate upon it very, very deeply, to think about it extremely deeply, contemplatively, and then have the good sense to act on it. You cannot tell the students that thou shalt. You see, that is given, that is also right, but it is given where, see, Christ was teaching the fishermen of Galilee. So he has to tell them like that only. They cannot go for higher, deeper knowledge. So he told them that what I am telling you, just listen to it and do it. You know, without anything, just do it. So then that kind of a thing, thou shalt do this and thou shalt not do this. And if you do this, this will happen. If you do this, that will happen. You know, that kind of thing. So those commandments have to be given to a different kind of student. And even to a student who is just a tribal. And, and he's belongs to a wild tribe that believes in violence. Then the punishments are harsher. Do this, otherwise your hand will be cut off. If you steal, your hand will be cut off. If you commit this particular act, you will be flogged to death. So these harsh punishments are given where the mind is not at all ready, not at all subtle. So they are bullied into behaving, behaving themselves. Now here there is no such thing. This verse actually can be considered, as Gurudev writes, as the last verse of the teaching of Sri Krishna, the end of his discourse, because the verse begins with iti. Iti means, in Sanskrit it means unquote. It means there finishes the teaching. Okay, so when any verse ends with iti means that's it, finished. Now what does he say that's it? Iti jnanam akhyatam. Akhyatam, what I have given out. Punjabi mein bhi kehte hain na akhyasi, the same word. So jnanam akhyatam guhyataram maya. That means it is the great secret of all secrets. I have told you, I will just explain why he calls it a greater secret. And he says that you chew on it, and slowly, slowly, the more and more you chew on it, the more and more meaning comes from it. So he says, having reflected upon it fully, see the word fully? It's not a hurried kind of a reflection. हाँ मैंने सुन लिया, मुझे समझ में आ गया, हो गया. No. You have to again and again sit in a solitary place, quietly, calm your mind, and reflect on it honestly and very, very deeply. Only then then also he says, you don't have to act on my advice. He says, now you choose how you want to act. After reflecting on it, not just like that. The choice is not given ki kuch bhi karo. It is reflect on it fully, and then whatever your intellect tells you, you do that. Now, see, this knowledge it completely transforms the personality of the individual. It's not a one-time thing. Time and time again, people who listen to this knowledge, who reflect on this knowledge honestly, they all undergo a transformation in the personality, in their activities, in their thinking, and in their way of looking at life, and are much, much happier with the result. Now, dekho, a secret is a secret till it is not known, right? Here, the secret, it's called the secret of secrets because even if you read it as a text, you will not come to know it. You will be totally confused. This secret has to be revealed by somebody. A secret does not reveal of itself. Here Krishna has revealed it to Arjuna, the student. Arjuna was a very highly evolved student. He had studied a lot of scriptures and Vedas and everything, and therefore Sri Krishna gives him this very, very subtle knowledge because he understands that this man will reflect on it and he will understand it. So this is about the right way, the intelligent way of living, so that you do not go under the changing circumstances of this world, and you do not fall into the gutters of this world that the Lord cautions you all the time how to. So here, but this knowledge can come to you only if you are initiated into this knowledge by a teacher who knows. And that is why the term Guhyatamam. Guhyatamam means the secret of secrets, the ultimate secret. So here, given, but you know, why is it called a secret? Why can't everybody have it? Because see, everybody does not have what in Vedanta is called a patrata. You are not fit enough to receive it at that time. Then you say, why not? Everybody is equal and everybody can. You know, this is the biggest fallacy, that all are equal. You are not. You are physically probably equal. Yes, everybody has a nose and eyes and throat and hands and feet. वो सब है. But the quality of the mind and intellect and culture, the behavior, determines the difference in human beings. And there is a huge, huge difference in human beings. A singer is not a football player is not an Einstein is not a musician. So isn't there a difference? There is a total difference in the mind, and that is what determines the individual. So a person who is not very highly evolved, who has more of an underdeveloped mind or a child's mind, or even an animal man that who goes only by his instincts, if he is such a man, he will never understand any of this. So just like, see, I'll give an example. You keep away a very sophisticated electronic toy from a toy gadget, not toy, a gadget from a child. You keep it away because if you give it to a child, he will misuse it. And in misusing it, the gadget may or may not be harmed, but the child can get harmed. He can get hurt. So if it is given to undeveloped minds, not very highly evolved or subtle intellects, then they will misinterpret it and misuse it. And that can cause great harm. So to understand this great knowledge perfectly, you have to be evolved. And that is why they say it is not for all. The higher ways of living in any case are not for everybody. Most of the people are into sensuous pleasures, running after them. All they do in their life is just chase sensuality and satisfaction from objects. That is all they chase in their life. Whether it is different kinds of food, different kinds of women, houses, jewelry, cars, whatever have you, they keep running after, oh, now I got this, no, I got that, do I got that, I did this, I did that, and that's the end of their life. Nothing higher than that, right? So, but here, Krishna is giving the choice to Arjun because he's an evolved student, and he says that I have told you the best, and he says that now you independently think. Not with me, I am not asking you. You independently think and discover. See, the art is to discover that where one sees no art. To discover art where one sees no beauty is art. To discover beauty where you see none is art. Okay, very interesting definition this is, and that is the job of art, to show you the hidden beauty of things. And in that also, there is no timetable, there is you are not bound to rules. Art is art, art is free. Unless there is freedom in art, it cannot be called art. So, he says, thereafter act as you please. In Hinduism, there is no proselytization. Never has it said that this is compulsory, you have to do it. Nowhere. And that's the reason most of the Hindus around don't do anything, because there's a choice. Yeah. So it's not that kind of an organized religion where you are institutionalized religion where you say, okay, this you have to do. So the example Gurudev used to give is that a bud will open in time into a flower. You cannot force the bud to open. In any way you cannot force the bud to open. If you do that, the bud will wilt. It will die. It will never look like a full-blown flower. So the human personality similarly cannot be forced to evolve. It cannot be forced to open. There cannot be a compulsion to grow. in its own time it grows. See the fetus in the womb? You cannot say, no, I want the baby just in 3 months. You can do a cesarean section, take out the baby, the mother will also die and the child will also die, right? So that is not the way. That is not the way. In time, slowly. So the Hindus have been compelled to think for themselves, think independently and arrive at conclusions. That I want to do this, yes, this is right. Unless and until your own intellect convinces you that yes, this is right, how can you do it? The intellect has to sanction the action. In so many religions, there are people who do not understand the logic of what they are doing, but just because it is a diktat in their religion, they just do it. And they are told from childhood that no, this is how it is done, you do it. Some Hindu households also do that because they don't understand it at all. There has to be an inner unfoldment. वो जैसे फूल खिलता है, धीरे धीरे खिलता है. It is an unfolding. Now here, that is why Krishna is suggesting to Arjun, do as you choose to act. And there is no question of a full generation being driven into religion, or generation after generation being driven into a certain way of acting or certain way of thinking. And least of all, Hinduism never forces you to believe what they believe. They do not use violence. They do not give you false promises of a great life in heaven or suffering in hell if you don't do what they are asking you to do, or that if you follow another religion, they don't scare you that, oh, if you don't believe in what I believe, then you will go to hell. No. You believe what you want to believe, and let me also have the freedom to believe what I want to believe. That is culture. That is the right way of respecting human intellect. So here, so neither do they show you miracles and tell you that, see, I can show you a miracle, now you follow what I follow. No. They say that you think and do what you like. See, the priest class had fallen into this degenerative way of telling other people that, see, this is not for you, and I am special, and so I have this knowledge, you should not have that. That is not what this verse means. This verse means only that you are not ready for it. Yet I am giving it to you out of love, out of compassion, because that is the job of a teacher. That is the motivational force of a teacher. Gurudev has said that the teacher over here is Krishna. See the symbolism also. Krishna chooses, he is the teacher, but he chooses to be just a charioteer. He will not help Arjun by lifting a weapon. He will be at Arjuna's command. He says, I am only your driver. You choose where you want to go. You want to go in the middle of the armies. You want to run away from here. You want to do whatever you want, wherever you want to do, whatever you want to do, I'll do that in Kurukshetra. I am just your driver. I'll take you there. I have told you the facts and the figures of life, the principles and methods of intelligently living it, and thereafter the decision is totally yours. No spiritual teacher worth his salt should force any student to listen to him, to compel him. Every student is different. Some are totally into action. So the teacher can only explain to that child. After that, let the child do whatever. There are some who are only into study and listening, but they are not contemplative. If they are not ready for contemplation, leave him there. When he himself comes to your fold, when he himself requests you to guide him further, guidance should be given there by a true teacher. And that is the glory of teachers, that they will never complain, and only that kind of a teacher gets the great satisfaction of having brought to a student evolution. Come to the next verse. The next verse says, Sarvaguhyatamam bhuyah shrinu me paramam vachah ishtosi me dridhamiti tato vakshyami te hitam. Hear again my supreme word, most secret of all, because you are dearly beloved of me. Therefore, I will tell you what is good for you. Dekho, he is saying over here that because I love you so much, you are very dear to me, I will repeat. A teacher should never say that I have taught you once, I will not repeat it. I will not, this can be said only to a very highly evolved student. But to students like us, Krishna is addressing people like us through the medium of Arjuna. He says that I love you and I will repeat to you. So then there are teachers who snub students in class, so that student will never understand what the teacher is teaching, right? When a student gets up to ask a question, they snub the child. Now, once you snub the child in front of all his classmates, he feels small and he will never ask again whether he has understood or not understood. So what kind of a teacher? A teacher has to make sure that each and every student has understood. That is a good teacher. The teacher has to come down to the level of the student. So he says here that hear again my supreme word, most secret of all, because you are dearly beloved of me. So the reason why he is teaching Arjun is that Arjun, he loves Arjun, not only as a friend, even as a relative, even as the son of Kunti, whom he respects a lot. So I will tell you what is good for you. This is almost sounds like a fatherly advice, parental advice. A parent will never teach a child that which is not good for that child. He will always understand that what I am telling the child, he has to believe that what I am telling the child is good for the child. Only then can he be called a true parent, right? Now he is concluding this entire discourse and again saying the same thing, that I have declared this great science to you and you hear it, ruminate on it deeply, fully, and then do whatever you think is the best for you. And here he says that this is the profoundest wisdom. That's what Gurudev writes. And he says, please Arjun, listen to it again. By saying this, see, Krishna is also hinting that it is not a one-time teaching, that you read it very casually and then you say, I have gone through the Geeta. Gurudev used to say, you have gone through the Geeta, but has the Geeta gone through you? Unless the Geeta goes through you, that means you have assimilated it, you have digested the knowledge, it will not benefit you. Mere reading or mere listening is not enough. So, as we said, that he says the motive force behind every teacher is the love he has for his students. And he wants the students to benefit. He is so keen that the students should learn the art of happiness, should learn the intelligent way to live their lives and not go under every little changing situation and circumstance. And therefore, he says, because you are dearly beloved of me. And Krishna over here, see, he recasts the whole philosophy into a precise. When he says, listen to me again, what does he do? He is now going to tell Arjun a shortcut. See, Arjun was an army officer, and he is not used to long philosophical discourses of this, that, and the other. Arjun is an army officer, and he is used to being given instructions as a short, crisp advice, command. Okay, turn left. He cannot be told that turn left and turn right or do as you like, because that is what Krishna is saying to him, that you think on it and do whatever you like. So Arjun's face was a little confused, and the Lord must have seen that. So when he saw that confused face of his, he wants to put it right by saying to him that, okay, now I give you a short, crisp, consolidated, concise advice, right? And that is what he is going to give him again. The last verse. Manmana bhava madbhaktah madhyaji mam namaskuru mame veshyasi satyam te pratijane priyo se me. Fix your mind upon me, be devoted to me, sacrifice for me, bow down to me. You shall come even to me alone. Truly do I promise to you, you are dear to me. Now, over here, see, in any action, all these advices he is giving you, see, fix your mind on me. Every time there is a me, do you understand? Manmana, madbhakta, madhyaji, mame veshyasi. So it is just me and me. Fix your mind upon me, be devoted to me, sacrifice for me, bow down to me. People say Arjun was Krishna was very egoistic. Look at the ego over here. He has no modesty. Continuously he is saying, bow down to me, be devoted to me, surrender all actions to me. What is all this? Nobody talks like that. So here the me is not the form Krishna. All through the Geeta, wherever Krishna has said me, Krishna has said me in terms of the fact that the supreme reality. Me read as the supreme reality that rules this entire universe, the driving force, the dynamic force, because there is action in this world, the beauty in this world, anything in this world is possible only because of which reality? That reality he is naming as me. Here Krishna is talking about the Supreme Self, of which he is a visible form, avatar. He has descended to help mankind by coming down. And that is what we believe. The Lord himself, it is not the prophet. It is the Lord himself, though he is preaching here, but he is not the prophet. He is the Lord himself that has come down. He is not the messenger of God or the son of God or this or that. He is Lord, he is the Lord himself. That is why he says, me, be devoted to me, sacrifice for me. Dekhiye, bhakti always looks up to the higher. Reverence is always for the higher. And the word Ramana means reveling in. That which you enjoy doing, that is called Ramana, and you revel in it, and that can be also for the lower. Ramana can be for the higher, but Ramana can be also for the lower. So he does not use that word. He uses the word bhakti. See, mad bhakto. Bhava Manmana bhava mad bhakto. Fix your mind upon me, be devoted to me. Devotion is bhakti. अच्छा, devotion क्या चीज़ है देखिए. It is not respect. When respect is mixed along with love, deep love, that act becomes an act of bhakti. That act becomes an act of devotion. So there has to be a understanding. Because of understanding the huge awe, the respect, and because of the great respect mixed with a lot of love, then it becomes puja. If you have only respect, respect is just a bhava. Respect is bhava, nothing more than that, right? So, but it has to be all this together. And that is why he says, fix your mind upon me, be devoted to me, sacrifice for me. And then he said, and what does he promise? What does he promise? You shall come to me alone. This is the result. ये देखिए, so this is almost the end of the Gita. So you know ये प्रसाद वाक्य है. और क्या है ये? It says to you, it does not promise you that you will get huris in heaven or you will have all kind of sensuous enjoyments when you leave the body. No, no, no. The result that is promised, the fruit that is promised, the prize that is promised is that you will come to me alone. You will not go to the prophet, you will not go to the preacher, you will not go to the teacher, you will come to me alone. It is the Lord's promise. Please don't forget that this is Krishna himself speaking. Think of what the prize is. ये अर्जुन की किस्मत भी देखिए कि भगवान खुद, भगवान अपने आप अर्जुन को पढ़ा रहे हैं. That you shall come to me alone, truly do I promise to you. Again, look at this. Truly do I promise to you. दो words हैं यहाँ पे, very important. One is truly. That means the teacher is not bluffing. Because I love you, I am telling you the absolute truth. No parent, even a worldly parent, no parent will give his child false advice. Whatever he thinks is right, that is what he will tell him. Why? Out of love, out of great love for his child. Now over here, the great love is the love by the teacher, Sri Krishna, for Arjun. He had a special love for Arjun, and that is the reason that he is taking all this effort to put his mind in order. Otherwise, why should he? Why should he? So he says that there should be the beauty of love in your actions, not the stink of lust. Lust is a selfish action. Me, mine, I want. I want victory, I want to win, I want. That is lust. But if he is directing Arjuna's mind to the beauty of love, he says that you are fighting a dharma yuddha. Now dharma yuddha, don't take it in the narrow sense of a religious war. That it is not religion. Dharma is translated into, see, if you read the Sanskrit dictionary, there are pages and pages and pages on dharma and the different meanings of dharma when used differently. It is not institutionalized religion that he is talking about over here as dharma. Dharma is the moral fabric, the moral fiber of noble values which should be there in a cultured, evolved man of education. And that is what he is trying to invoke in Arjun, that he says that all your actions should be out of love for mankind, for the love and concern for all beings, not just Hindus, Not if you believe in my... see, there is a religious brotherhood, they call it. No, not only those who believe in your religion, the entire gamut of human beings. Not only human beings, Hindus worship everything in the world. They worship insects, they worship trees, they worship animals. They worship human beings, they worship mother, father, they worship a guest, they worship a little girl, they worship... I mean, who else? What are you talking? They worship the sun, the moon, the sea, the plants, the trees, everything they worship. And then they have festivals where they feed everybody. The birds should be fed, the insects should be fed, the ones who live under the earth should be fed, those who live in the sea should be fed. Just imagine, look at the expanse of this religion. Look at the expanse of this philosophy. He is saying that there should be love and concern for all beings. So we have prayers like that. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya. So the thing is that you want everyone to be happy, not just Hindus. Everyone should be happy. And dekho, he is trying to tell him here that consider everybody as noble, consider everybody as your brothers, consider... He says, not just children of sin, you are amritatva putra. That is, you are the son of immortality. Because we do not believe in death. We believe in immortality. Frankly, death, we do not even believe death for matter. Think about it. See, when a person dies, I am going a little out of track, but just to explain this to you, that how we believe in immortality is even when a human being dies. What do you say? Atma Paramatma mein mil gaye. The pure consciousness never came from anywhere, never went anywhere. It is there, it exists there. It is immortal. Okay? It was, is and will be. All right. What about the body? That is dead? No. Body came from matter and has gone back into matter. Matter does not die. You cannot destroy matter. Can you destroy the earth? No. Can you destroy air, water, fire? It will be there in some different form. It will be there. Ether, space. Nothing you can destroy. So when the body merges air into air, water into water, earth into earth, where is death? Even that matter has not died. It cannot die. Think about it. Think about it. The concept of immortality in Hinduism is that they do not believe in death. And there is destruction of a particular form, but destruction in the Geeta has always been taught that it is constructive destruction. That same material will get formed into something other. It will not perish. It cannot perish. That is what he is saying, that you will come to me alone. And he is saying namaskuru. He is saying madhyaji mam namaskuru. That means you just join your hands and pray to me. Now see, Indians do this namaste, and that also has symbolism. It says that the values that you believe in, the noble values, when you act on them, so can I act on them. We both should act on noble values jointly. It is a cooperation. We need to cooperate with each other for love. And he says, the self in you, the reality in you is the same as me. The matter with which your body has been made is the same in me. And the life force which your body, which dynamizes your body and makes you speak intelligently and act beautifully and nobly, is the same in me as well. So we are together and we should love each other, come together in respectful, loving harmony. That is Namaste. So that is, he says, Madhyaji Mam Namaskaru. That means that do Namaste to me. That means the Lord and you are the same. He is not different from you. And he says, you shall also come to me alone. That means if you do all that I have taught you, the promise given is not that you will go to heaven or you will go to hell or you will do this or that. He says, you will come to me alone. That is the promise. Truly do I promise to you. Dekho how strong the words are. The words are that I am promising to you. Pratijane. Pratijane means I promise. Promise coming from the Lord. How can we not believe it? That is to be believed. Right? Now, see, 4 conditions are laid down here for a successive seeker to believe in. One is that you shall reach me. This is the prasad vakya. जो आपको मिलेगा, क्या मिलेगा? People ask, na, our intellect is utilitarian. So they ask, what will I get? He says, you will reach me. Number 2, that is indeed the truth and the whole truth. I promise you truly, the Lord saying. When the Lord is not only telling the truth, the Lord will tell the truth, but he is promising to Arjun that I love you and therefore I promise that I am telling you the truth. Why can't you not believe it? The Lord's promise of the truth. The third is that you are dear to me. Believe that also. The Lord is saying that you are dear to me. ठीक है ना? तो ये देखिए, and here the Lord is also giving the 4th one. With that he says, ever remembering, this is the 4th instruction, ever remembering me, ever devotedly identifying with me. Because all our Mahavakyas say that you are nothing else but the Lord himself. You are him in a different form. And here the Lord is also saying it, so believe in it. Dekho, why not trust the Lord? Why not believe in him? Why not depend on him who will never leave you? If you depend on money, you are a slave to inert matter. What can it promise you? And money, one day it is, the other day it is not. So how miserable can you get? You are forever seeking favors from either an object, give me happiness, or a human being, oh, give me happiness, right? So you are always searching favors from them. Kya baat hai? That person who is a beggar himself, don't beg from him. Demand from the Father where you have a right to ask. You have a right to ask. Bilkul. With a broad chest you go to him, say, you are my Father, you have to provide for me, you have to give me. And says, देखो, दूसरों से मांगने में मान गयो, लज्जा गई, नैनन गयो स्नेह. ये तीनों तब ही गए जब ही कहा कछु देहो. Right? You lose the love of the person, you lose respect for yourself, you are humiliated. All that happens the moment you ask something from somebody. आप क्या रह जाते हैं? अच्छा देखो, रामचरितमानस की लाइन में बता रही हूँ, सुखी मीन जह नीर अगाधा. सुखी मीन इज मछली, हाँ, और नीर अगाधा, नीर इज वाटर, अगाधा डीप वाटर्स. So the fish is happy where there are deep waters. ठीक है. जिमे हरि शरण न एकहु बाधा. तो आप हरि की शरण में जाएंगे तो एक भी मुसीबत नहीं आएगी, बिकॉज देर इज नो एंड टू हिज generosity. There is no end to his capacity to give. He is the biggest giver in this world. He has given to everybody, everywhere. So the main trick of karma yoga is that dedicate all your activities as a sacrifice unto him. It is an offering unto me. And that is what the Lord is again and again saying, that surrender all to me. I promise that you will come to me alone. I will look after you. That is the Lord's promise in the last few verses in the Geeta. So we end here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam eva vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.